Hey guys, it's time to cook pork shoulder. See, I don't usually use pork shoulder, I use pork butt or pork belly, but they didn't have it at times, so we're using this today. So I just cut up most of it, like maybe like 3/4 of the meat. I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't reading. I got the one that said bone in, so we'll use the other one with the meat on the bone for later. So this is how much meat I got out. A pretty good amount. This deep. And I'm gonna turn the stove on to high. I totally forgot to tell you what I'm making. I'm making pork ginataan. Am I saying it right? I'm Filipino, but I'm born in America, in Hawaii to be exact, so don't come for me if I'm saying it wrong. Basically, it's pork with some kind of squash. I'm using butternut squash. I usually use kabocha, the pumpkin, but they didn't have it at my store, so I'm gonna go with butternut squash and see how it goes. And coconut milk with string beans. So, yeah. Okay, just got this bad boy opened up. So I started cooking my meat. I didn't add anything, I just threw it in the pot and then it just rendered out water. You see that? There's water coming out. You're gonna cook this down until it turns into fat or oil. Sorry. And then I just cut up the butternut squash here into bite size, kind of chunk size pieces. I'm gonna cut up onions, sweet onion. So I just cut up my onions like this, and now I'm starting on my garlic. I'm gonna mince these up, and the meat, the pork is the water is like disappearing now. It's gonna turn to oil, and then we're gonna add the onions. Okay, the onions have softened. I'm gonna add my garlic now. Okay, I just sauteed the pork shoulder with onions and garlic. Now I'm gonna add water. You don't want to add too much water because you have to add the coconut milk. That's about it. That's good enough. So this recipe calls for shrimp paste or bagoong, but I didn't have it at the store, so we're gonna use good old-fashioned patis, or in other words, fish sauce. Fish sauce, you're gonna add a couple squirts. A little more. Okay. And if you didn't add enough, after you try tasting it, you could just add more. I'm gonna stir it in and let this boil for 10-15 minutes. Now it came to a boil. I'm gonna add some coconut milk now, 1 can. Stir this in, and then you're gonna let it come to a boil. Alright, it's boiling. I'm gonna add my butternut squash in now. Ooh, my pot is pretty full. I'm gonna cover it up and let that cook for a few minutes. Okay, so while that was boiling, I cut up some green beans. You can use string beans. I usually use string beans, but they only had green beans, so still go. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes or so. Starting to soften the squash. So now I'm gonna add my string beans. Alright, now you're gonna let that cook for another 5 to 6 minutes. It's ready. Perfect over rice. You guys enjoy. I know I will. Have a good one, you guys.